Can you start a business young? First of all, we really need to figure out what you need to start your own business. You gotta have a way to market and land jobs, you have to be able to message with different customers and gain experience, and you have to be able to get your own equipment. That being said, starting too early is an actual possibility unless your parents are able to help you and support you through the whole process. So to really answer the question, the first part of it, yes, you can start a business young and you should, but the second part is, what does it really take? I started my first business around the age of 16 and I was doing lawn care, which was very difficult, but good thing I was in high school, so everything kind of worked out. I had just got my first truck, which is good so that I could drive the jobs and I could carry around my own equipment, and all my friends needed money, so they came and worked for me. This kind of put me in a position which maybe it's a downside, but it's also a good thing. I kind of grew up a little too early, but it helped me learn a lot of different things about business. First thing, kind of figuring out how much I could pay my workers, how I would pay my workers, how to talk to customers and figure out how to get the money from them, and just general lessons in life. Sometimes I would have to deal with customers not paying me simply because they saw I was young and they thought they could just get away with it. 𝗤𝘂𝗂 is incredible, especially if you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments. Give 𝗤𝘂𝗂 a try for free. Just click the link in the comment section and the description of this video. 𝗤𝘂𝗂 is also the fastest way to send estimates, invoices, and secure payment from your customers, and even providing you with real-time business analytics such as close ratio, sales, and expense tracking. Not that they didn't and I couldn't do anything about it, but it really taught me to look at my customers differently and see who was going to do something like that to me versus who wasn't going to do something like that. So you really learn your customers. I think the question of can you start the business young is very obvious because yes, anybody could do anything. You don't exactly need all the requirements I was talking about in the beginning: a car, workers, equipment, but you could do things like selling trash bags door to door, which requires nothing. And I can't guarantee stuff like that's going to make you $10K a month or money even close to that number, but it just really teaches you a lot of lessons in life and teaches you how to grow these skills in a future sense. And everybody remembers, whenever you're young, any money that you have is crazy. Truthfully, I'm so glad that I did start my business whenever I did and that my interests were towards business, because I was able to learn so many things and so fast, and it kind of just set me up for a lot of different ways that I could live my life versus how the normal people might live. The services that I push a lot, being trash can cleaning and mobile car detailing, require that you be a little bit older, but honestly, I could have started them a lot younger with a lot less now that I know what to do, and I wish I would have. Starting out in the wrong niche type just to make some quick money is the way that you're going to go wrong if you start your business too young without any guidance. Lawn care is very lucrative in the sense that you can build up recurring work very, very fast, especially if you're doing prices that are a little lower than everybody else. You can start to stack on clients month after month after month, week after week. But the problem is how tough it gets to manage, whether you get bombarded by the fact of trying to upkeep with your own equipment or maintenance of clients. If you have to try to fit in all your grass cutting during the week, and especially if you're doing it alone, you could cut for 10 hours and still be behind. So either the way I would have started out whenever I was younger was to set a limit for how many yards I was going to pick up, or find more people to work for me. Or you can do yourself a favor like I would have done and find yourself a job that's going to give you a lot of small increments of work. Like I've learned that can cleaning can be 10 to 15 minutes of work, literally just spraying the can on the outsides, the insides, and then using my chemicals on the back end. Because if you really think about it, lawn care in comparison could be an hour to an hour and a half of work. A lot of my subscribers have been struggling to get more customers or even their first customer, but I developed my own lead strategy that has gotten me my first $10,000 in jobs. And good news, my course is completely finished. If you guys want to learn my strategy of how I've gotten $10,000 in free leads that I can continue to service day after day after day, there is now a number that you can contact. Listen, the course is not going to be for free. I give away a lot of good information on this channel, but if you want to take your business to the next level, or you're thinking about starting a business but you don't know how to get customers, in this course I'm going to teach you how not to get scammed, how to get thousands of dollars in free customers that you can service on and on and on, also how to talk to customers and make sure that you sell your service quickly and efficiently with my own personal messages that I've had with customers. You guys can contact this number up here, and if you send me the word strategy, we're going to get you set up immediately. All that being said, this isn't a video about my mistakes and how I would have done them differently, but for me to come out and say that I am so grateful that I started my business as young as I did, because it allowed me to be so capable later in my life to be able to have these skills and reuse them and learn as many things as I could. Making yourself learn the ins and outs of businesses, different businesses, services, whether it's not services, it could be sales too. You set yourself up to know that you can make money anytime you want. It doesn't have to be through a job. You're going to make money through your skills, meaning you're never going to be without money. And I want you to take this video and learn from it. If you feel like you're too young and you don't have the freedoms that I listed in the beginning to be able to access those, start planning. Build yourself up a business plan and say, you know what? I'm going to pick this service. This is the reason I want this niche, and I'm going to start at this date. And you're going to be grateful you started so young and that somebody gave you this advice. Not that it went perfect for me. was a fun experience. It was awesome being able to be in that situation where I could say, you guys, listen, I'm starting up this business and I want to do this and I want to make this much money, and actually having money in my bank account, because I did a lot of different things. The only example I really gave y'all was trash can cleaning, or I did lawn care, but I ran a mobile snowball stand for a while. I was helping my parents, or I say my parents, just my dad and my brother flip cars. So I got a lot of experiences, and even vending machines, a lot of experiences that I was able to learn from and take that into what I do now. I will always have these skills. So no matter what, I've built a skill base that I could start any business I want following the same procedures. I've been pushing it a lot lately. Just pick your product that you want to sell, trash can cleaning. Then find your audience that you want to sell to, higher income customers. Then see how you can market that to these customers, right? Once you find your target audience and you're selling them a top-notch product, right, you want to work on it and actually practice it. So the problem with my lawn care business is that I didn't practice it. I didn't practice how to make my product better so that I could increase my prices, make more money, and be a better boss, because I wasn't. Another problem with starting so young, I just hadn't learned enough in life to be able to manage employees and feel like I wasn't trying to be greedy and take all the money and pay them well, because at a certain point it was like, hey guys, I'll pay you per job. And then I switched up and I was like, I'll pay you $10 an hour. I could have gone about it a lot different and maybe held on to that business a lot longer than I did. I didn't cut grass for more than a year, but I had a trailer that I bought the trailer for $200, rebuilt it, put a toolbox on it, had all my equipment, re-floored it, and it was beautiful. But in the end, and I had a zero-turn mower, I had all the things that you could have needed and that I could have used to start this business. But in the end, I just wasn't grown up enough. But now that I'm here and I kind of learned from those mistakes, I get to take that and say, you know what, if I wanted to start that business up again, I absolutely could, and I would know how. So that's what I like to say. You're never going to be without money, because you've already learned and obtained the skills to do something, whatever you want to do, right? You can pursue any sort of money-making opportunity simply because you've learned to discipline yourself and grow in a way that's going to support you throughout your life. And I could push this to the skies. You guys could hear me yell it for hours. If I hadn't started so young, it wouldn't have compounded to the fact to where it is now. I would not be who I am today had I not experienced those things at a younger age and been able to develop through it and just understand finally that these businesses are evergreen. Even if you don't continue on your lawn care business, even if I don't continue on my trash can cleaning business, everything that I'm trying to do in life is sprouting from those things that I started and learned how to start, so that I could start up my can cleaning business, teach you guys how to do it, so that I could mobile detail cars, find out the equipment, tell you guys what equipment to get. And it allowed me to be here today and start making this content and teach people how to start a business. Because not everybody thinks they can start a business. Like I've said and made videos about it. Can anybody start a business in 2024? Absolutely. Anybody and their mama can start a business in 2024. But will anybody and their mama be successful? Absolutely not. Maybe their mama. But not everybody's going to be successful because they're not taking these things as a compound effect. And you got to go full time. You have to pursue it with an absolute dream. It has to be you saying, you know what, I'm 16 years old. And people aren't going to look at me as serious. No one's going to look at you serious, but you have to prove them wrong. Because over time, they're going to see. They're going to say, you know what? That guy, Matt, he's been running this business. He's been making money. He's got employees now. He's got people selling products for him. And it's all about growth and it's all about time. So start young, compound, make your money, and make your dreams come true. And trust me, you're learning from someone who literally did it.